This is my audience. What fabric is flame resistant, resists wrinkles, and can hold up to 30% of its weight in moisture without feeling wet or damp? The answer is wool. Unfortunately, the production and use of wool has been declining in the United States. According to the Committee on the Economic Development and Current Status of the Sheep Industry, which is the author to the book Changes in the Sheep Industry in the United States, Making the Transition from Tradition, which was published in 2008, the U.S. accounts for less than 1% of the world's production of wool. As a lifelong sheep producer and a student studying animal science, I have seen firsthand and am learning about the benefits of wool. Wool is a unique and extremely useful fabric that has many advantages over other fabrics. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the decline of the wool industry and then about the advantages of wool and some of the popular wool products on today's market. According to the USDA Ag Information Bulletin, which was published in 2004, the demand for wool declined after World War II due to a reduction in the use by military service personnel. Also, the use of synthetic fibers increased because they were less expensive and more attractive to consumers. Another reason people won't wear wool is because they think that shearing, which is the process of removing wool from the sheep, causes the animal pain. But according to an article from the American Wool Council, without shearing, the animal may potentially suffer due to excess wool growth. Too much wool can lead to heat exhaustion and also to the development of fly eggs in the wool, which can lead to infection and then eventually death. In another article from the New York Times, wool is mentioned as being the ultimate ethical product created naturally, sheared off with no harm to the sheep, and available and hand machine made with no effect on the handler. So why should people choose wool products? The fact is there are numerous advantages and characteristics of wool that make it a desirable choice. One reason is fiber absorbency. The characteristics of wool fact sheet from the American Sheep Industry Association states that wool can easily absorb up to 30% of its weight in moisture without feeling damp or clammy to the human skin. This feature of being able to absorb means wool can protect the body in wet and cold conditions, making it a versatile choice to wear in either hot or cold weather. Wool is also flame resistant. Because of the structure of wool, and because wool has moisture in all of its fibers, according to the website CSIRO 2008. This characteristic of wool makes it a fiber of choice in many technical applications, ranging from nightwear and protective garments to specialized military requirements. Some other advantages of wool is its durability, resilience, and warmth. So what are some of today's popular wool products? One is Smart Wool. Smart Wool is socks and clothing made from wool treated so they will not shrink. They are very warm and popular with people who spend a lot of time outdoors. And here I have an example of a popular Smart Wool product used today. These are socks made of 100% wool. Another popular wool product is clothing made of wool from the company Icebreaker. On their products is a code which allows you to follow the steps from where your clothing came from, so you can see the actual sheep where your wool came from and follow the steps up to where that was produced. Today I talked a little bit about the benefits and advantages of wool and showed you some popular products. I hope that in the future now, when it comes to shopping and choosing fabric, you will choose wool as your first choice. Thank you.